A judge has sentenced 34-year-old Maxwell Anderson to life in prison after he unalived 19-year-old Sade Robinson last year. Judge Loris Ravello also stated that Maxwell Anderson would not be eligible for extended supervision. I wasn't sure what that meant, so I looked it up. In Wisconsin, extended supervision is a way for courts to ensure that people who have served time in prison can complete their sentence outside of prison. It's very similar to parole, so this basically means that he won't be allowed to serve any time outside of prison, though Anderson's defense attorneys are fighting that he be eligible for release after serving 25 years. Back in June of 2025, Maxwell Anderson was found guilty by a jury on all charges that he was facing, including first-degree murder, intentional homicide, arson, mutilating a corpse, as well as hiding a corpse. If you guys are unfamiliar with this case, back in April of 2024, Maxwell Anderson and Sade Robinson had actually gone out on a first date after they had met online. The two had gone to a restaurant in Milwaukee before heading back to Maxwell Anderson's home in the South Side. This is where Maxwell ended up taking her life. He dismembered her, scattered her around Milwaukee, and set her car on fire. Parts of Sade's body were found scattered throughout different areas of the region, but certain parts of her body were never found, such as her head. During victim impact statements today, Sade's family stated that it's been really hard for them to try and find peace and closure with all of this, given the fact that Maxwell has not provided any details pertaining to the crimes that he committed. Carlos Robinson, Sade's father, stated, "To know that there's a chance I might not even have her completely, to be able to put her at peace brings me night terrors and constant mental chaos." Sade's younger sister, Adriana, described Sade as a protector, as a role model. She said that Maxwell Anderson erased her independence, her ability to fight for herself. He tried to erase her existence and her value. Adriana went on to say that she's dealt with horrors that no 16-year-old should ever have to deal with. She said that she's had to communicate with law enforcement, take care of her family, physically pick her mother up off the ground, on top of trying to deal with her own loss. She says, "I cannot meet any person without the fear that they're going to harm me, because all my sister did was meet someone, and as a result, he ended her life." To this day, Maxwell Anderson has denied taking Sade Robinson's life. The judge ultimately said that, "I have to look at whether you're remorseful, and I don't think you're remorseful in any way. I don't think that you have gotten to the point of taking any form of responsibility for what transpired. It just seems like he has a different view of reality than the rest of the world does." She said that life in prison is a proper sentence for Maxwell Anderson, as he is a threat to public safety, and he also needs to reflect on the severity of his crimes. Maxwell Anderson did speak through his attorneys and say that he plans to appeal.